Hi everybody, it's Brittany. I am back with a tutorial with Jesse James Beads. I know you usually don't see my face on my channel, but I had my makeup done today, so I was like, oh, well, we'll just go on camera. We're going to be using some really cool items from their new Iris Apfel collection. I'm so excited because it's turquoise and red, and I love that color combo. I also wanted to show you a necklace that I made recently. Unfortunately, I didn't do a video on that. This was more of like a self-care necklace and bracelet. Hopefully you'll be able to join me if you're interested in the products. I'm going to put those all in the description of this video. Let's have fun. Let's get started. Okay, I am super duper excited about all of the things we're going to be using today. We're going to be making a mixed metal necklace. I'm going to use this awesome pendant, super lovely. These gorgeous crystals. I love this style. Jesse James Beads has this style, I think in a couple colors, but it's one of my favorite styles. It's huge, it's bold. Love that bright red. We're going to work in some turquoise color magnesite beads. I love that they included multicolor metals on here. We got some big hole beads. This would be great for leather now that I'm thinking about it. We have this awesome strand that's also turquoise and red. Oh, look, aren't you just being inspired just looking at this? And then these gorgeous mixed metal beads. And this whole collection is just stunning. But I will leave affiliate links in the description of this video. But look, these are super hefty too. Like, these are nice weight beads. I wish I had like a whole bowl full of them, and they have them in different styles too. I don't know if we're going to be using the acrylic chain, but it's still that awesome, yummy turquoise. And then we're going to be using these on the pendant. It's going to be our double metal. So let's get started. I might go into my Jesse James bead stash and see if I can find some little smaller turquoise beads too. But yeah, we're gonna have fun. Let's get started. So I want to get going on my pendant here, and I'm really digging how these are gonna look with it. So I think I want each one to hang here. There are 12 drops and I have 11 holes, so that's going to be perfect. But I think like the middle one and maybe the couple leading up might need a little bit more adornment. I don't know. So let's grab some cutters, open up this gorgeous strand. Names of everything will be in the description along with the links. And then after we're done with this necklace, I'll model it for you since my makeup's done. So I kind of want the one in the middle to be a little bit more ornate than just that. So I'm loving these little bead frames, loving the turquoise. Okay, so we had a gold bead in the middle of the bead frame. I kind of want to get a red in there too. Oh, I love this ceramic bead. And maybe a sheriff star above the ceramic bead. Okay, so I'm gonna grab, I don't know where my beading wire is. I think this is 22 gauge, maybe 24 gauge. No, I think it's 20. I think this is 22. I don't know where the rest of my beading wire is at the moment. So we're just gonna use this. I am going to do a wire wrapped loop. And I'm going to slip on my little drop. Do a couple wraps here. This is very soft wire, so this might be artistic wire. Just do a couple. Snip this off in the back, and every single one of these I'm going to hang with a jump ring. I just think it looks nicer, so I'm not worried about wire wrapping onto my pendant. And then I'm going to do I think maybe we'll do the turquoise. Then we're going to go into our bead frame and the bead in the middle, put on our red bead, our sheriff star, our turquoise. Slide everything down. Oh my gosh, that's kind of cool. That's really cool. And then we'll do a wire wrap loop at the top. And this is a very long piece of wire, that's why it's making noise, but instead of cutting pieces off, I'm just going to use as much as I need. And then I'll have more left over. Okay. There we go. It's just a few wraps. We'll snip. That's a pretty earring too. If I wasn't going to use it for, it's a really gorgeous earring now that I think about it. But I need 11 of these and I only have 12. So that guy's going to hang there. Love how that looks. I'm going to get out of some jump rings. I think maybe we'll go with silver jump rings. Doesn't matter. Whatever your heart desires. These are the size I'm looking for. And I will connect my pendant just to see how we're doing. Because we might get to the point where I'm like, oh, maybe I don't need to use all 11 drops or all 11 circles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is the middle one. There we go. I'm going to put this on, and if that is wonky, I'll just manipulate it to make sure it's hanging the correct way. All right, so we've got that closed. Love that. So cute. Love it. Okay. So next, trying to decide what direction I want to go in. Do I want to do, I think that would be best, and then like that. These are very close to each other and these are kind of thick, so I don't know if we're going to be able to get everything in there, but we're going to sure try. All right. So I need some beads that'll kind of streamline this down a little bit. Maybe a pumpkin. Oh, I like how the cube looks. Okay. I think that's good for the inside ones. Again, we'll kind of see if they start fighting for space with each other. And then I think we'll go with just this simple bicone right there with a little red bead on top. And then for these two, we'll just do the rondelle. And then the outer two are just going to be the gold. So I'm going to do the exact same thing with these that I did here, and then I'll be back. Okay, this came out so great that it is kind of crowded, but I actually really love how it looks. It looks super busy, just maximalist. So I'm really loving how that looks. I love the noise it makes as it moves. The shimmeriness, it's just so yummy. So we're going to do a double strand. I'm going to open up my barrels. I'm going to open up my magnesite strand here. And I'll show you what we're going to do. We might use the acrylic chain at the back to make it long enough. But right here, I love how they had these mixed metals. I'm going to put a pumpkin right there, this flower bead, and then that other spacer. And then I'm going to also put in the teardrop. So we need it from both ends. And then we're going to go into these red barrels in the first strand. I just wanted to get some turquoise in there. And then I really love these beads. These are some of my favorites I've ever seen from Jesse James Beads. I feel like I'm saying that a lot lately just because their beads are super duper yummy. So I think I'm going to go like 3 of these and then 1 of these. And then 3 more of these. And then for the inside strand, I want one of these in the middle. We can put more pumpkins on either side. I don't know what we're gonna do with these large ones. These might sit it out this time. And then we will go like that. And then we have these stone pumpkins. Actually, I know it looks like a mess, but it's not a mess in my brain. And then these guys. And then we still have more of those. I like these pumpkins. And we have some little bicones. And then I'm just gonna kind of work in some metal here and there. So I'm gonna start stringing. I have some 19 strand bead-on bead stringing wire. And I'm gonna start from here and string this first strand. Okay, we have our first strand. I know I have 3 more on this side than this side. I'll do that. This by itself would be an amazing necklace. It's so fun and chunky and eye-catching, but I cannot wait to add that second strand in. So I'm gonna cut this off the spool. I'm gonna cut a very long length just so I can, it can be versatile just in case I decide to do something crazy later. I'll put 3 more of these barrels on, and then I'll set this aside. I'm gonna put a bead clamp on it because I've dumped trillions of necklaces in the last couple weeks by accident. So I've learned my lesson. I'll put this on the ends. There we go. But that's just so beautiful by itself. It's almost a pity that we're going to do a second strand just because this first one's really pretty. But I think the second one's going to kick it up even a bigger notch. So let's grab our wire again and start on that second strand. Don't pull the wire off the spool the way I did. It kinks it up. So I'm going to start with my little bicone over here and then work my way over. All right, so here's just the beginning of our inside because it's going to be much shorter than our outside layer, but it's so pretty. Oh, it looks so good. So I am going to use this chain around the back, and it's going to be an over the head necklace, I think, but I want to do some more in the middle here. So let's see, we have 2 of these left, a couple of these. All right, and then obviously tons of these red beads. So let's get going. We'll put a couple of these red beads in here. One here, one here. And then I'm going to put the remaining 2 out here. And these. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of design up the rest and then we'll get it attached to her. Okay, so I restrung this one on a much longer strand because I decided I'm not going to use that chain. I'm going to string the back of the necklace using these red beads. I just really like how that looks. It flows better. This turquoise, while pretty, is still just a shade off from these stones, so I wanted everything to match. And so I'm going to just start with one side. The other side's still connected to my spool, but I'm going to just dump out a bunch of these beads. It's not going to be an over-the-head necklace. And then pair up our little ends here and start stringing. So get those onto both strands. Now, it might be that I need like a seed bead or something in the middle because these are going to fight for dominance against each other. Let's see, which one is this? There we go. Like those, like that doesn't look very good. So I think I'm going to find a seed bead. I have some gold seed beads just from my stash. There you go. Not fighting as much. Maybe one more would look a little bit better on the turquoise strand. But what I'm going to do is put one more seed bead there, bead up the back, and then we'll crimp. Okay, so we are going to crimp this. I have a couple jump rings, a clasp, and some crimp covers. So in case it doesn't look very cute at the end, but I'm just going to take a couple crimp tubes. And then take my double wire, come through my crimp tube, and then I actually need to close up my jump ring. This one will go here. There we go. And I will come through my clasp with my wire and then back through that crimp. Yes, one wire is much longer than the other, but that's okay because we'll cut off the excess. Now, it's going to be pretty hard to get all 4 wires through all your beads, so if you can't, that's okay. I'm going to try. Come back around. We did it. Thankfully, I had larger hole beads. I mean, they're not large hole beads, but they have larger holes than typically some of your seed beads you might see. So we're just going to crimp this like we normally would. Take your crimping pliers, put it in that large valley and squish. Turn 90 degrees, squish again, then squish one more time. And then I'll move everything down. So we'll just start doing that with all of our beads. So I'm making sure there isn't any slack, but of course we're not in a straight line. We want it to flow pretty well, right? So we more or less want it to look like that. Once it's crimped, I am a little more concerned with this one because it had a lot of slack in the line. So I'm just going to pull a little more tightly and then do the exact same thing I just did with my other crimp tube, if I can find it. Here we go. And then this is how we will reduce that slack can hold on with your finger or pliers, whichever one's easier for you. I'm gonna hold on with my pliers, give me a better grip. And then pull. Now this side's gonna probably be a little bit trickier, but you can do it. I know you can. We'll just make sure, again, everything's laying the way we want. There isn't a huge gap somewhere that we're going to be worried about later. And then we will crimp. We're going to go squish, squish, squish. We'll do some trimming, and then I'll try on the necklace for you. Such a fun, bold piece. I'm sure Iris would be very proud to wear it, especially because of these colors. And I had a ton of fun because it's my favorite color combo. JJB did good. All right, so there we go. That's so beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna try this on. Okay, so I have the camera kind of angled down at me because I don't have a tall enough tripod, but look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with it. There's Goldie. Hi, Goldie. Sorry, my room is a mess. Hi, honey. Hi, Goldie. Can you say hi to everybody? Yeah, that's a cutie. So, what do you think? I think this is one of my new favorite necklaces. Let's stand up so you can see it a little bit more. Sorry for the dog hair. But I think it dangles really well. Love the double strand. Love the mixed metals. It's definitely a Brittany necklace, but it's also an Iris necklace, my tribute to her. So thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Check out the affiliate links in the description of this video if you're interested in any of these beads, and stay tuned for more Goldie. Bye-bye. You can't tell if she's comfortable or not. What do you think?